The Delta Signal report provides an in-depth analysis of the current business level, corporate strategy, and the capacity to sustain competitive advantage. The analysis used the following methods: Delta Signal business model, Delta Signal strategy map, balance of scorecard, and drivers of industry development. The main objective for the company was innovation. It was the driving force behind every initiative that was chosen for the investment over its 80-year operation. Customers were the large part of the increase in profits, so Delta Signal invested in high-quality products that were leading in technology to outsmart competitors. Many competitors in auto parts industry have allied themselves with the concept of innovation to gain large market share and dominance. The internal strategy implemented, which allowed us to achieve higher than normal consistent growth, was the investment in research and development by our teams to find innovative products that would drive sales up. This investment allowed the company to increase sales almost 85% by the end of the 8th period. Two initiatives throughout 80 years were plateaued but did not trend negatively. During a few periods, learning and growth initiatives change did not occur even though many attempts to change the outcome were executed. All initiatives were aimed to provide strength to core idea of innovation. Customers' needs must be the main focus, so feedback could be used to allow product development and brand awareness. Overall, all initiatives provided a significant increase in profits and shareholder interest. Delta Signal utilized the three methods to examine the company by understanding the organization's strengths and weaknesses. The company found many strengths in its internal processes, though these strengths need to be adopted with the inside-out perspective that fit in line with the innovating strategy. However, due to the volatility of the industry from competitors and the buyer's demand, a new strategy of marketing adaptation has been suggested for the future of Delta Signal Corp. The change in strategy is critical for Delta Signal to gain competitive advantage and is linked to the recommendation of market adaptation.
The internal strategy adopted by Delta Signal was based upon an inside-out perspective to create a real value proposition as well as a sustainable competitive advantage in the automotive parts market. Delta Signal's internal strategy was focused on creating innovative and quality products. By adopting this strategy based on creation of innovation, strict strategic objectives were agreed upon as well as milestone measures set. This was to ensure both Delta Signal's commitment was aligned with the strategic plan and that rational decisions were based on credible information, forecast models and likelihood of completion. This approach also acted as a safeguard for Delta Signal and limited our exposure to products that may require significant resource investment with minimal return. If at this point we deemed the project not financially viable, the resources would be focused into other projects that would offer a greater return both financial and technologically. As covered through the appendices, Delta Signal invested heavily in procuring leading-edge technologies, collaborative R&D systems, integration with suppliers, staff training, procurement of leading tools and equipment. By investing in these technologies and resources, Delta Signal was able to demonstrate a commitment, both internally and externally, to innovation to both all stakeholders. This aspect is important as financial rewards of these initiatives were not seen until periods 3 onwards, where steady growth started to appear. The business was heading in the right direction. Collaborative integration with suppliers and customers allowed for feedback direct to the business, which traditionally was not part of the business model. Though this approach gave advantages to Delta Signal, as potential products could be reviewed honestly and quickly, enabling defective aspects of a product to be reviewed, leading to greater product satisfaction and offering being created to the customer, as well as ensuring Delta Signal branded products were not being associated with poor quality and a non-innovative business. Delta Signal was also able to leverage its innovative sustainable by actively placing the company's products in high quality and innovative trade marketing campaigns. Successful placement of products coupled with partnerships with original equipment manufacturers assisted in Delta Signal's products gaining market share and sales in the industry. The success gained in this aspect of the market has been positive by Delta Signal, as the perception of the public is that the products brands are seen as offering a high value proposition that is also associated with quality and innovation. To continue the growth in the competitive market, the strategic resource allocation has been a primary focus of the organisation. By aligning Delta Signal with known successful manufacturers, Delta Signal has been able to engage internal resources effectively. The effectiveness of this is demonstrated over the past 8 periods with financial performance improvements and also advances in product innovation and overall product quality. The business is in a position now where it is gaining competitive advantage over competitors that is sustainable, though it is operating in a market that has a strong hold of supply of innovation, and the growth demonstrated by the organisation's commitment is offering innovative and quality products with leading manufacturers. Delta Signal has invested in developing its resource base significantly, and this is complemented by its resource-based approach. Delta Signal has increased its capability of its business investment in secondary projects such as employee recruitment, quality monitoring and procurement initiatives. This has also been influenced with streamlining and improved for greater collaboration between departments. The internal improvements are shown by the product being created by Delta Signal and the increased product satisfaction from the customers. As Delta Signal continues to move forward in current new strategic capabilities and opportunities must be engaged. Continuation to build brand awareness.
Okay, we're going to be talking about the external analysis of Delta Signal Corp. First of all, we're going to talk about technological. The automotive parts in the industry as a whole is very vulnerable, and any minor changes in technology and regulations can have a significant impact on the entire industry. Changes in technology has led to the need for products to be lighter, safer, and more innovative, such as wireless automotive parts. There is a slight competitive advantage for Delta Signal Corp here to try and establish partnership with manufacturers such as neighbouring countries like Mexico, where the shipping costs are less due to the lighter weight and the wages are lower. This could be an advantage for the US industry. However, competition for cheaper wages already exists in other nations such as China, India, and Asian nations. This will mean Delta Signal will need to be an effective innovator, relying on ongoing investments in R&D to develop quality products. More importantly, monitoring changes in the environment and adapting changes to develop new strategies and product for market adaptation needs to be addressed in the future. Well, the economic factors to look at are dramatic growth in developing countries has led to an increase in cost of raw materials and needs for suppliers to find another way to cut prices or shrink margins on a global level. Suppliers face a greater pressure to increase profits with partnership through synergizing strategies. Cultural barriers hold pressure on the US industry, who have lost their competitive advantage. Consumer behaviour is now changing how the market perceives automotive parts, currently and in the future. So the 5 forces, well, we focused on buying power because we believe they were a big threat, big issue for Delta Signal Corp. Consumers actually hold the buying power, forcing suppliers of automotive parts to continuously change and improve technology, innovation, quality, and convenience through global competition. So globalization of automotive parts will push for suppliers to use convenience strategies such as online supply business to business. Key factors will influence the drive of the automotive aftermarket depending on the region for the store setup, the type of buyers such as women and Generation Y, which will determine the type of parts sold and where. So threats of rivalry, as the automotive industry changes in demand, threats of rivalry develop such as Asian suppliers. while competing with local players and manufacturers. Smaller players in the market like Delta Signal have to actively work with players of the game, even if that means working with Asian, European, American competitors. Delta Signal Corp can use cooperation strategies into their competition with rivals to cooperate by outsourcing production, liaising in terms of innovation, competitors, to analyse trends in the automotive market, in hope to gain some advantages over other players in the market. Thank you.
Hello everyone. I'll be going through company data and some recommendations for the future of Delta Signal. I'm going to be going through some of the initiatives that we chose. So customer initiatives, we chose high quality. Our main objective was innovation of automotive spare parts. We wanted to be a leader in providing those to our customers. A lot of the initiatives were based around that. Research and development towards creating products that were new in technology, lightweight, and of wireless connectivity. Where we had some issues with our initiatives plateauing, they were mainly with suppliers with high quality A rating and R&D tools considered state of the art. We found that those two initiatives throughout the simulation were plateaued and weren't gaining any momentum. Overall, we did still see significant growth within our 8 periods of managing Delta Signal, which saw during our first period 480,000 worth of sales to the final period of $891,559.96. So that's a significant increase in growth over those periods. Towards the end, we saw our share price sit at $4.05, which it was a significant increase in comparison to our previous share price when we first started up the company. Now, in saying that, a lot of our initiatives were based around the innovation of products. So what we saw was a lot of strength within the company. So the most suitable perspective for it was the inside-out perspective, because there were strong initiatives, but they just needed to become a bit more lean and more innovative. So we adjusted that, and we saw that the most suitable was the inside-out perspective during our reign over the company. The future of Delta Signal would definitely need to adopt an outside-in perspective, which aligns itself with with the idea of a market adaptation strategy. Now, market adaptation is very important for the future of Delta Signal because the industry is very volatile, and if it's to be successful, it needs to look outside and adopt the best practices in the industry internally. Some tactics that would enable this outside-in perspective to be successful and the market adaptation strategy to be successful are brand awareness. It needs to build awareness of its brand both locally and internationally. The second tactic would be to build an online platform, sales platform, which would allow buyers from both locally and globally to acquire Delta Signal's products. This would significantly increase its sales and see shareholders and company executives very happy about where the company is going. So that's the future of where we see Delta Signal going. Thank you.